Ladies and gentlemen, hockey fans from around the globe, get ready for a breaking update you won't find anywhere else. As the stakes reach a fever pitch in this year's NHL playoffs, a sudden twist involving one of the league's brightest stars has Maple Leafs Nation both anxious and hungry for answers. I'm coming to you live with a story that set tongues wagging from Toronto all the way to Ottawa. Picture the scene. The Maple Leafs are on the verge of sending their arch-rivals, the Ottawa Senators, packing, leading their high-voltage first-round series 3-1. Momentum, excitement, and the hope of an entire city hang in the balance. But hold on. Today, at the Leafs' crucial practice ahead of Game 5, Captain Auston Matthews was nowhere to be seen. That's right. Toronto's heart, soul, and #1 center took a second consecutive day off, just as fans were expecting, to see their leader prepping for what could be a series-clinching battle at Scotiabank Arena. Keep watching, because we're breaking down what's fact, what's speculation, and what this means for Game 5. By the end, you'll have the inside scoop, so don't miss a second. And hey, if you're enjoying this exclusive update and want to keep the hockey conversation going, smash that like button and drop your hottest takes in the comments. We're here for you, the fans. Let's hear your voices. Let's jump into what happened today at the Ford Performance Center. The absence of Auston Matthews lit up social media and sparked whispers in the corridors of the arena. For Leafs supporters, the sight of David Kampf centering the top line, with Mitch Marner and Matthew Knies skating on his wings, was as jarring as it was unexpected. Coach Craig Berube, never one to flinch under pressure, addressed the media with his trademark calm. He explained that Matthews' absence was simply a planned rest day, nothing more. "I look at the minutes," Berube said. "Played a lot of minutes last game. I have conversations with guys about it. They feel like they need a little more rest. I think it's a good thing. It makes sense on paper." In Saturday's nail-biting overtime loss in Ottawa, Matthews logged a whopping 26 minutes and 23 seconds on the ice, outpaced only by Marner, who played over 28 minutes. These are huge shifts for top forwards, especially deep into a punishing playoff series. But the question burning in every fan's mind: is there more to this absence than meets the eye? After all, it's extremely rare for a star like Matthews to miss a practice after a full team rest day on Sunday. Is there an underlying issue? Perhaps a recurrence of the upper body injury that sidelined Matthews for 15 games this season? Let's dig deeper, because when it comes to playoff hockey, every detail counts. There's no hint from the Leafs themselves that Matthews will miss Game 5. The official line is that this is all for maintenance. The star center, who's notched 1 goal and 4 assists in the series so far, is expected to suit up when Toronto hits the ice for the biggest showdown of their season. But sports history is full of moments where just a day off turns out to be something more. Those upper body issues Matthews suffered through the regular season are never far from anyone's mind. When you're the franchise cornerstone, every second of missed ice time gets scrutinized by fans, pundits, and your playoff opponents. Adding to the intrigue, goalie Joseph Woll was also absent from practice, ruled under the weather by Coach Berube. That left backup Martin Jones and third-stringer Dennis Hildeby to handle the net during drills. In a playoff run, even small shifts in the roster can cascade into major storylines. The team's practice was shuffled to compensate. David Kampf filled Matthews' slot between Marner and Knies. Nick Robertson remained on the outside looking in, as the likely scratch for a third consecutive game. Meanwhile, veteran Max Pacioretty slid into a line with Max Domi and Bobby McMahon, as Berube made subtle tweaks in anticipation of a tightly contested Game 5. And if you're wondering what the Leafs plan to change for their best chance at closing out the Senators, Coach Berube's message was clear: stay the course, but don't let up an inch. "I don't think a whole lot needs to change," he said. "It's there. I think we have to keep doing a lot of the same things we're doing. We make adjustments game to game. I think we can try to generate more for sure. But at the same time, I think we're doing a lot of good things. We have to match their desperation level. That desperation level is what every first-round series eventually comes down to. The Sens, facing elimination, will throw everything they have at the Leafs, hitting, forechecking, pushing the tempo. Desperate teams are always dangerous. Toronto, so close to delivering the knockout punch, must walk a fine line between confidence and complacency. Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. We're not just talking about another hockey game. Game 5 is a battleground for momentum, belief, and perhaps the legacy of this Maple Leafs core. It's about sending a message to the league. This is our year, our time. Auston Matthews, even with whispers about his health, is the spirit of that message. His leadership goes beyond stats on a score sheet. The stakes for Toronto are massive. Advance now, and the Leafs buy themselves a few days' rest and the priceless confidence boost that comes with winning a playoff series. Lose, and the series is suddenly alive, the pressure mounting, and the past, those years of playoff heartbreak, slowly creeping back into the narrative. In the locker room, the mood is intense but purposeful. Veterans like Marner and Domi know what's on the line. Young guns like Matthew Knees are learning under fire. Every player is watching their captain, drawing inspiration from his composure, even as outsiders speculate about his physical status. Berube, so new to the Toronto bench, is already showing a steady hand. His calm in the storm matters as much as any power play or defensive scheme. Goalie Joseph Woll's health is another bubble of uncertainty. In the playoffs, a hot goaltender can carry a team to glory, but only if he's available. Under the weather is vague, but every Leaf and every fan is hoping it really is just a passing illness, not something more. So what does this all mean for Game 5? Expect Toronto to come out swinging, determined to feed off the home crowd and deliver the decisive blow. Matthews' presence would be the ultimate confidence booster. The taller he stands, even battling through adversity, the stronger the Yoichwar belief gets in Toronto's locker room. That's your inside line on today's Maple Leafs drama. We never know what the playoff grind will bring, but one thing's for sure. This team is built on resilience. Now, I want to hear from you. Is Toronto poised to close it out? Are you worried about Matthews? Who do you trust to step up if he's not at full strength? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is what makes this community special. And if you love in-depth human stories behind your favorite teams, hit that like button and stay with us here at E-News, where hockey's heart never stops beating. We'll have every twist, every update, and every inside angle, just for you. See you next time. Let's go Leafs.